Was that the 5-second start?
Or
do I count 5?
Oh no, audio's live,
oh,
dude.
We're live?
Yeah.
We're live!
Oh, Jesus.
Professional right here.
We bring you the most professional shit that we possibly can ever, and this time is no different than any other time. I apologize to everybody that's here and that has been here and has been awaiting this for the last 21 minutes. We are a little bit late.
I crashed.
Again?
No, not again.
Oh.
And that's why we were late.
Oh!
I'd be a little mad if he crashes now.
So anyways, yeah, Joka crashed. I got a phone call. Dennis got really drunk. Killed people. These things tend to happen every now and then. But anyways, I am Eric Lee Lewis, the Indie Luchador, as I'm sometimes called by nobody ever. Except for sometimes. They actually do get called that. And I am joined today by possibly the nicest, most wonderful person I've ever met in my entire existence. A man who has created the most violent spectacle in gaming history, probably. This includes Manhunt. Somehow this game has only been banned in one country that I know of. But why not keep on adding to that list and also make some of the greatest music to go with such great games? The lead singer of fucking Werewolf Asso, which they have a great CD, probably one of the best CDs I've ever heard in my life, and I'm not bullshitting you, and it's not a biased thing. Go buy Why Do You Love Me, Satan? Today I'm joined by Dennis Wedin.
Hello! And thank you.
I don't ever feel like I can give you the proper introduction I need to give you.
It's because you overdo it.
I don't overdo it. I don't feel like I can ever do it well enough. Like, you're so well loved, you're so well respected in the games industry by so many indie developers, by so many other developers. They obviously love what you do. They love Hotline Miami. Grand Theft Auto. God, I'd hope.
Fuck.
They give you so much love, dude. It's like Grand Theft Auto 5. Obviously, you see some of the masks in there, and they're very Hotline Miami. And like you just see it throughout all of this, kind of like throughout a lot of different video games. The love for it. I mean, fuck. We even put the Ocado GT into our game after you let us. That is, but there's such a love and high respect. And as a dude who grew up as a punk kid in Sweden, did you ever think that you were going to have all this love and admiration from so many people in the world?
No, I don't think anyone knows that from the beginning. Really?
So how did you transition into it, is the thing, though?
Well, it's not really getting to our heads, either me or Jonathan. It's a cool thing, but I mean, it's just on the internet. I mean, there's a whole other life going on.
It's not only on the internet. I mean,
but you know, you have to. You can't rely on that all the time. You have to have like your own life also based on, well, everyday life. You know.
But it's like you talk to some developers. Fuck it, I'll bring them up just because they're both friends of ours. The Free Lives guys. Well, they'll tell you that after PAX East, they flew to Texas just to go see you. I was in the bar with them. Like, they were actually hanging out with me when they decided they were going to go to this fucking werewolf show. So
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, like that's some fucking high level respect from anybody, really. To see that people care that much about what you do and you as a person. I couldn't imagine transitioning into dealing with that kind of thing, and you handle it so gracefully. I mean,
thank you.
You got me, who's like probably, I'm gonna say, the biggest Hotline Miami fan out there, but you know, that's just me saying that I am. But you got people like me who constantly go, "Yo, Dennis, can I get you on for an interview? I just want to talk to you. I want to find a reason to talk to you because you're so fucking pleasant." I just don't understand how you handle it.
I don't know. You stay humble, I think. You're not really expecting people to want to talk to you, so then you're happy when people actually want to talk to you. I think that's the trick. Not expecting any fame.
All right, I'm done kissing your ass now. I got to do it. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking
God.
out. Fuck you, Joker. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you the one question that's really burning in my mind right now. As a Hotline Miami fan, I have to ask you nothing about Hotline Miami. Fucking Werewolf Asso has Why Do You Love Me Satan special edition coming out, a re-released edition, I should say. When? How much? What's different?
Okay, so the record is gonna be released by. It's been up for a long time to release it on vinyl. So it's gonna be released on vinyl with 2 special colors by Swedish Columbia, which is handled by a guy called Shelby Sinka, who used to play in Frodus. If someone knows that band, it's like an old hardcore band. And he's also releasing Nicholas stuff, like the El Huervo stuff from Hotline Miami. So we're gonna be label mates.
Ah.
So yeah, we are doing that, and we also started working with a PR firm. So we decided to re-release the whole record to make it look better, you know, to promote it as a new release on all platforms. So there's like no special songs. It's the same album, but super cool, and it's out on Swedish Columbia, which is awesome because Frodus used to be my favorite band when I grew up, and one of the bands that made me start fucking Werewolf. So having the guy that used to sing in Frodus releasing our record is kind of cool. That was really cool, actually.
So there's no new songs?
No, not now. We are writing new songs, and we're also doing a new video, which should be out in like a week or 2.
Ooh, can I ask what song?
It's Tito Beltran.
Yes. Sorry, forgive me while I get a fan boner. I'm very excited about this. See, I didn't realize how many people were actually into fucking Werewolf, because the first time I had heard your band, I was like, this is really different, and I don't know how I feel about it. And as I kept on listening to it, I was like, okay, this is really growing on me. This is something different, something... I don't want to say completely new, because you and I have previously talked about the thought that it kind of sounds a little bit like it's got a little bit of Billy talent to it, but like good Billy talent to it.
Oh, cool.
Not bad Billy talent. Not that I should say it's bad. But I just... It's something new and different. I think that everybody should give it a chance. Of course, it plays before every interview I do, because... You know,
and that is so cool. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you for allowing it. Like, you know, I get permission from you for everything that I use of yours, because, you know, that's kind of the way that it should be done. So I'm going to ask you a couple of other questions real quick. People want to know about this Hotline Miami 3. I don't know why people think that's a thing, but... What's the status of Hotline Miami 3?
Well, we kind of told it before. We did it, and it sucked, so we taped over it with Hotline Miami 2, which is way better.
I don't think anybody's going to catch that reference, though, because...
No, but that's... that's kind of the funny thing. Because the people who know, they know.
Yeah, you told me on a previous interview. I don't know if anybody went back and listened to it or has listened to it in the past, but the fact that it was like this whole futuristic Hotline Miami game was just funny as shit, and it's just horrible, so it got taped over.
Yeah.
Like, I love the idea of that. I like the fact that you guys sit there and talk bullshit about your own product in such a way. Another thing that I need to ask you about, I'm not even going to ask you about the level editor, because quite frankly I'm patient, and we'll get somebody will ask a question about it anyways.
Yeah.
I guess another thing I want to ask you is, you've gotten into being involved in a lot of different people's projects, like just helping people get recognized. You're one of those people who, no matter if you like it or not, you have a big name. You have a name that people really look to for inspiration or help on their projects. So How did you get involved into this whole Mother Russia Bleeds project?
I think we found a tweet or something about that game. With like some screenshots, and both me and Jonathan really liked it. So I think we pitched it to. I started talking to them and told them to pitch it to Devolver, and they did. And then Devolver visited them in France and kind of signed it. It was, I mean, both me and Jonathan like watching like new games on Twitter or YouTube, and Jonathan is very involved in like forums, indie forums, so it's always like new indie games. I mean, when we see something that we like, we try to expose it because it's a good thing. Because people should play it for different reasons.
It's fucking amazing, honestly. It's genuinely my dream game, and I
heard your interview.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had to ask them like how the fuck they came around to this whole thing of like making the perfect game for me. Sure, that's like obviously not their intention. Hey, we know that this guy he wants the perfect game for himself, and that perfect game is Streets of Rage mixed with Hotline Miami. It's like, yeah, that's not something that anybody's ever going to think that anybody's going to say, but they're literally making the game that I've always wanted, to the point where they actually tried to get me to come out to Gamescom. It's like, yo, I'm in America and I'm full of shit. Well, we'll try to figure out a way that you can come out and play it. And it's like, I don't think that's going to happen, guys. Like, I appreciate it. They're nice guys. They were a great interview, and I didn't know how that was going to go. But people, like, they've taken inspiration from Hotline Miami, obviously, and that was one of those things that you seem to be completely okay with.
Of course. I mean, it's great to see people being inspired and not copying, but, you know, taking elements the way that we kind of got inspired by Drive. You know, not making the same thing again, but taking elements from it. I feel like Mother Russia does that really well.
So I think you might have just figured out where I was going next with all of this.
I can act surprised if you want.
Okay. Alright, you ready? 5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. So this Cavcaz game.
Say what?
Man, how surprising was that to you, and how did you take that?
We always talked about, like, when the first game got noticed and kind of big, that we were hoping that someone would copy it, make a clone. So when we saw it, we were kind of happy, actually. It's
God.
Fuck yeah, we got a clone!
Yeah, but they directly stole assets.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean, people are not stupid. People saw it. We don't have to, you know, take it off Steam and be like assholes, like, you're using our shit. Like, stop it. I mean, people saw it by themselves. It's like, yeah, make your own. I mean, if you want to copy our game, people will see it and probably not buy it for that. So,
yeah, that's
your
true.
not ours.
It's kind of shitty when people try to gain fame off of others like that, though. Like, that's just kind of fucked up to me. Like, God, what was there was this other game. It's very, very, very inspired by Hotline Miami, and it looked really good, and it looked unique on its own, actually. And I cannot think of the name of it right now, but I swear.
Hong Kong Massacre?
Thank you, Hong Kong Massacre. I was like, oh, it was like the China Massacre or something, but yes, Hong Kong Massacre.
It looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks like Hotline Miami with like new, different types of elements, which is
Yeah. But well, Hotline Miami is loaded and Smash TV, so I mean, it's not a new genre.
That's true, but I mean,
I understand, because like loaded, like that was like 98,
8, I believe.
something like that. So, and after that, there hasn't been that many top-down games, at least that I don't know of. So I mean, when we did it, it kind of become like, oh, Hotline Miami is top-down, it's new, but it's not. So, I mean, we can't take fame for every top-down game that's being made.
I think the beauty of it is, though, that everybody forgot that previous to Grand Theft Auto 3, there were other Grand Theft Autos and they were overhead.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the funniest thing I've ever heard was, yeah, Hotline Miami created this whole top-down thing, and I was like, oh, damn, I don't think this person has lived life yet.
Well, he's very young.
I think it's probably a good thing, to the point where I kind of wanted to tell them that you created Mario as well. I just think that would have been the better way to go about things. Be like, yo, Dennis created that shit too. He's like, yo, I like plumbers. Dennis said plumbers don't get enough respect.
This idea on top of my head, like a guy in a mustache.
Yeah. Dennis thinks that plumbers don't get enough respect. Dennis created Mario. And you know what? He has a brother named Luigi. He's like, let's two-player that shit.
But it's cool. I mean, everything like goes in cycles, like fashion, movies, stories, games, which is cool.
So it's past Hotline Miami 2 now. We're past Hotline Miami 2. People seem to at first hate it, or not hate it, or they would be like, it's not different enough, or they would be like, oh, this is broken, so I don't like it. It's not perfect, and that's because a lot of people were late adopters to Hotline Miami. Like, Hotline Miami ended up getting this cult status, and then just getting this amazing fan reaction out of everybody. Like, I was somebody who was late to the party on Hotline Miami, and now I think that Hotline Miami is the greatest thing in the world. People are starting to come around to Hotline Miami 2 a lot more now. Has that made you change the way that you thought about the game? Because when I first talked to you after Hotline Miami 2, of course you were tired, you were burnt out. You're always fucking doing something. So, have you changed your mindset on it yet?
Yeah, both like we always been happy with the game, like super proud of it. But it was sad to see so many hating on it. I mean, that's always. I mean, you say that you don't care, but you do. So, like, seeing people turning around, or like new people expressing what they feel about the game, it means like, yeah, it's cool. People like it. A lot of people like it. A lot of people hate it, but that's the beauty of it.
If people hate it, though, I need to say it because I don't think you're allowed to say it. If people hate it, they're wrong.
But I mean, that's all good things are either being hated to death or loved to death. Like, if you make something that is like, nah, it's okay, then it's not good enough.
That's true, but like, there's a lot of people out there that are, you know, no matter what, they don't want to love any kind of game. I have a guy that I stream with sometimes, and it seems like he just doesn't like anything that we're playing ever. He's like, oh, this part's fucking wrong.
Just call me out, why don't you?
Yeah, it was obviously you. No, you're one of the more positive people that I ever get to talk to. So, definitely not you, Joka. But anyways, the way that I look at that game is like, that game is in every way better than Hotline Miami 1. Well, not in every way, but in most ways it's better than Hotline Miami 1. I think the fun of Hotline Miami 1 and 2 is the fact that you still have to try to figure out everything that's going on in the story. And Hotline Miami 2 feeds you a lot more of the story. I want to know where the story came from. Was this you and Jonathan sitting around, or was it other people that helped out with it? I just need to know where this came from, because I'm at 9 playthroughs and still not completely positive what's going on.
Well, a lot of things were created while we did the first game. Just us giving this, like, the universe a backstory. So, for example, the Beard, his backstory was created, but we didn't tell it. We only told you about the San Francisco, like, he mentions it in the first game, like it feels like San Francisco, and that whole storyline was already created when we wrote that story, like that part of the game. And the same with the photo that Jacket throws out at the end. We wanted to, like, show it in the second game, but then we also had, like, the swans and stuff like that we created for the first game but didn't fit. But then also, like, Pig Butcher is kind of created from other people's ideas. So the first trailer we did had the Pig Butcher, but the idea for that trailer was someone else's. It kind of saw the game more as a horror theme slasher game, and not that 90 action hero. So we liked that people saw the game not the way that we saw it. So we kind of created that trailer from his idea, and then we build upon that when we saw some of the theories from the first game, when people saw Jacket as a psychopath and that he kind of took advantage of the girl and stuff like that, which we thought was our story can be interpreted in so many ways.
Yeah, and so that's one of those things you purposely left open to interpretation, right?
Yeah.
So there is no real right or wrong answer to the game. To the whole series, I should say, at this point in time. With the series, can a series be 2 games? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Well, I mean, if you consider our way of looking at the game as the real one, that's the real answer. But we don't want to give you that because we don't want to have a real answer.
But it has to be. It came from your brains, therefore it has to be.
No, it doesn't, because people create their own personal interpretation. That's more important than getting our story across. I hate when a lot of directors create a movie which is very vague, and then they kind of tell you the story. Oh, you thought it was like this, but it's actually like this. They have to give you the right answer, and I hate that. Because it's never as good as the one you create as a viewer or as a consumer.
Okay, I can accept that just because of the janitor situation. I can kind of accept that, considering, if you are a character in the game, then how could you have created the story in a lot of ways? So I will take that. So, secretly, since you never really get to see Jacket's face, really get to see it, he's actually Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay? You're with me.
Oh, it's up to you.
Okay. So he's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's like, so you want to be a farmer? Well, here's a couple of acres. And then he, basically just mentally breaks, right? And he's going around punching everybody in the stomach, all Last Action Hero and shit. And that's the answer. That's it. That's the whole story that I've got.
That's a good one.
What can I say? I'm fucking awesome like that.
Well, if we told you this is the way you should view the story, you will probably go oh, well, that's not how I thought about it, and then everything will be ruined for you.
Let me throw a hypothetical by you. I get cancer, right? I'm dying, and my final wish is to know everything about Hotline Miami that I didn't know. Would you?
Well, if it was 100% certain that you would die, I would tell you. I would whisper it to you.
Alright,
whisper it to you on your deathbed.
Stupid now, bro.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna try to get cancer. Cancer doesn't exactly sound like the most fun fucking way to die.
Oh, I mean, the story is not that good. It's not worth cancer.
I think it is, in a way. I don't know. I think it's okay. I'm a rabid fan of Hotline Miami. I will consume anything I can for to have Hotline Miami. It's an amazing thing to me. You got me into the Shoes music video for Time to Dance, or oh god, that's not
good.
You got me into that to the point where the ringtone on my phone is that song, and has been for months on end now. You got me into the movie Drive, which I've bought 3 times now, for my phone, a DVD, and a Blu-ray.
Awesome.
I bought Hotline Miami a total of, I think, 11 times now for different people. I bought the only special edition I've ever been interested in buying for Hotline Miami 2. I'm about to buy it again on the PlayStation 4 just to show some gratitude. I think that it's one of those things that I'm going to keep on buying, and there's other people out there that have that kind of feeling with it as well. I just don't know, like... I want to know the whole story. I want to know everything about it, but at the same time, like, you guys keeping it so secret is what makes it so much more special.
Yeah.
I think that you guys built a lot of... I don't know if this is the right way to put it, because I'm afraid it'll sound backhanded or asshole-ish, but I feel like you guys created a lot of false hype, I guess? That sounds so shitty to say, but you guys created a lot of false hype by being so secretive.
Yeah, I mean, the world needs more mysteries. We already explained the Bermuda Triangle, we explained everything pretty much, so it's kind of boring world. So all mysteries, big or small, is good mysteries, I think.
So what do you work on next? Not just you personally, but Denaton.
A new game.
Well, of course, a new game. Can I
That's
get...
all you get.
No telling me genre?
No.
I'm fine with this.
We kind of felt that with Hotline Miami 2, that we kind of started talking about it a bit early.
True.
So it was like people constantly asking about it, which I understand. But with this game, we want to go back to the way we worked on Hotline Miami 1, but no one really cared about it or asked about it. So we want to keep it secret for a while till we felt like we got a big chunk of the game done. Then we're gonna start talking about it.
You want to know what I kind of want for you guys? What I think would be amazing for you guys? I want people to forget you guys exist. I just want people to completely forget. And I want things to get really shitty again. And then, not for you guys, I want things to get shitty again for, like, the games industry. And at the right moment, I want to see you guys just, like, release this thing upon the world and everybody to fall in love all over again. I think that would be the coolest shit in the fucking world.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are kind of deserving.
Hulk Hogan being good again.
Oh, God. Oh, don't make me cry, Dennis. I'm still not over racist Hulk Hogan. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Like, I just think that that'd be the coolest fucking thing in the world. It would be special again. Like, it would be like the first time people saw Fez and started figuring out what Fez was, or people forgetting how good a dungeon crawl, a simplistic dungeon crawling game was, and then all of a sudden getting their hands on Binding of Isaac. I just think it'd be special as shit.
Yeah, I kind of hope that, you know, you don't have too much pressure and people not hoping for another Hotline Miami. That's kind of what I want.
I'm hoping for Keyboard Drum Set fucking Werewolf.
The sequel?
A sequel, bigger, longer version of all of it. I almost feel like
we have talked about it.
Okay. Also, Dennis, you're God. I'm getting told to ask about this basically.
Yep.
How do you feel about this whole thing where you're being worshipped like a god?
I think they worship Pardo more than me, actually.
Why though?
We have discussed why people love Pardo so much. Because we thought he was the character everyone would hate. But I don't really know the answer to that one.
I can't understand it either, because Pardo wasn't the character that I loved the most. I actually liked, oh god, I can't think of his name. Shit, I'm a horrible person right now.
Evan?
The bear, I can't think of his name right now. Mark! God, I wanted to say Marcus, and I was like, it's not Marcus, it's something else. I was close enough. Mark was the character I liked the most. He seemed so calm and collected and quiet and just, like, stayed in the background until shit went fucking down.
Yeah.
And that was, like, the character that really spoke to me, because, like, that's kind of the way I am, and that's probably the way I would be as well.
Yeah, I think I love the fans the most, next to Jacket. I had really strong bonds to them.
Jacket's amazing just because of my theory on Jacket. To me, like, Jacket doesn't have that whole backstory to him, so Jacket's everything that you make him out to be. Wait, that's what you wanted. Sorry, my brain just died a little bit, because I realized that's what you wanted, and you got exactly what you wanted. Damn you, Dennis. Like, but like when it comes to the characters that have a backstory to them and everything, I think Mark's fucking awesome. I like the twins as well, but they're kind of cunty in a way, and not a bad way, like in a way that it's kind of endearing. But
well, not. I think Ash is not that cunty. I mean, he's kind of bullied.
Yeah, because of Alex though. I mean, like they're attached to the hip, almost literally.
Yeah.
They're attached to the hip, so like one goes with the other. You can't have them separated technically. So, like, I kind of look at them as like such shitheads, which I guess isn't all.
Well, aren't all the fans shitheads? They kind of douchey, all of them. Like as a group.
I'm thinking about people taking clips out of this interview and saying, the fans, aren't they all douchey? Dennis Wedin is an asshole. You know, something to that extent.
That's kind of what we wanted with them. Like, it is anti-heroes. Not really doing the right thing, but kind of doing the right thing. You know? Kind of like a more crazy version of that modern... what's it called? Death Wish, the movie. Have you seen it?
No, but now I'm adding it to my list because so far everything you've recommended I've loved.
You should see the first Death Wish. It's really cool.
Okay, I will write that down.
And it's like this vigilante group that kind of had enough, but you know, they're taking it a bit too far. I mean, I think they like the violence more than the good deeds that they are actually doing.
Okay, I'm in. I'm into this idea so far. I mean, you've been right on about everything you've recommended to me, which makes me want to ask you the question. You're a fucking movie buff. Why? When are you gonna make a movie?
Oh, I made some movies in school, but I suck. I truly suck. I think if someone of us gonna make a movie, it's gonna be Jonathan.
Really?
Yeah. He's more of a movie guy than me.
God, you always come off like more of the movie guy, but see, I've never met him. I've only ever seen him talk in interviews, and fuck, I didn't get to meet him when we were in Boston or anything like that, so I've only ever gotten to talk to you, which everybody's like, dude, Jonathan's so nice. You've met him, right? And it's like, no, I've only ever talked to Dennis. Well, that works too. It's like...
Yeah, I think Jonathan is more into movies than me. So Death Wish was his find. And what's it called? Cocaine Cowboys documentary. That was Jonathan. I find Drive though, so I'm gonna take credit for that.
You should take credit for that. That movie has become probably maybe my second or third favorite movie ever.
If you want to see my favorite movie of all time, or one of my favorite movies of all time, you should watch Bellflower.
I feel like I've seen parts of that. I will write that one down too.
That movie is amazing.
Well, I will recommend you a movie, The Princess Bride.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
It's a great movie, but it has nothing to do with anything. But it's like my favorite movie ever.
But it hits you right in the feels, man. What are you talking about? It doesn't have anything to do with anything.
It does, and then Andre the Giant hits you with a rock in the head. It's just kind of how it goes. Alright, I have to ask you another thing. I've been dying to ask you this. I was too afraid to ask you it before. What the fuck is 93mo?
93mo?
Yes.
It's the genre I came up for my band. So, emo used to be great in the 90s, especially around like 91, 93. So if you put 93mo together, you get 93 emo. You know, it's a pawn or like a word.
It's pretty good.
And it works both in Swedish and in English.
I was just questioning it because I couldn't understand it. Like, you know, I'm sitting there, I was shaking your hand, and I saw the 93mo in a football helmet, or an American football helmet.
Yeah.
Which I can't understand that one either. I want to know this.
Football and Mutant League Football.
Wait. Oh, fuck. Okay, see, I didn't want to stare at your hand because I felt like that'd be creepy if I sat there and stared at it.
It has like spikes on it. And...
Oh shit. Well, I fucked my life up by not understanding that somehow. I used to watch the Mutant Football cartoon when I was younger, so.
I just recently found out when they did the Kickstarter for the new game. I found out that there was actually action figures and like cartoons and comics.
Oh, fuck yeah, there were.
Yeah, we didn't have that in Sweden. We just had the games.
Dude, there was a Toxic Avenger cartoon for like 6 episodes before it got canceled.
Yeah, that. Jonathan had a lot of those action figures. They were like glowing in the dark.
Yeah, I had those fuckers when I was young. Like, I was super into the Toxic Avenger when I was a kid. Even though I swore it went on for more than 6 episodes, I was super into like Swamp Thing and shit as a kid.
Yeah, Swamp Thing is amazing.
Like, I was into a lot of fucking weird shit. Now, as I get older, I'm just like, yo, Hotline Miami and Godzilla.
Do you like Godzilla?
I'm just now really getting into it. Like, I was really into Godzilla as a kid, but, like, now I'm understanding it on a whole other level. So now I'm, like, super into Godzilla. Like, Godzilla 2014, I was, like, with my ex-girlfriend, I was like, can I, like, poke a hole in the popcorn and you can, like, you know, do some things to me or something? Godzilla was getting to me, man. I'm telling you. I can't help it.
I think the trailer was cooler than the movie, sadly.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You don't mean that.
Yeah, I do.
I'm hurt. Godzilla mama birds a monster to death. He fucking opens its mouth and pukes down his throat.
Yeah, I mean the combat or the fighting between them is really cool, but
too much story.
I don't know. It's too American. I wanted more. I wanted more like Godzilla fucking shit up and not having like Americans fixing the day.
But that's what we do as Americans.
Yeah, I know.
Have you not played the documentary game about our lives in America every day called Broforce?
It's a true story.
That is every day is like that for me.
That's my kind of. When I say I love those movies, people hate me. It's when I say I love the Expendable movies. I fucking love those.
They're great. They're great, dumb meathead movies.
I love that those guys get to do what they love to do, and no one like forces them to do other shit. It's like, yeah, let's blow shit up.
Yeah, why
we
is
used
there not
to
more?
do that when we were kids, so let's do it now.
Like, I was a little kid who got bored and just, you know, sat around a room and being like, hello there, my name is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm now the gummy bear candy cornea. You've been erased. You know, all this other kind of shit, like being bored and not having a dad, probably. It was like one of those, yo, Arnold's the best father ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, please bang another maid and make me, or something. I'd be totally fine with that. Like, Predator was something I was super into as a kid. Terminator, all that kind of shit. Like, I love dumb action movies and all that kind of shit, which kind of surprises me in a way that, like, I never looked at Hotline Miami like an action movie. Like, you mentioned that it's like an action movie in a lot of ways, and it's like...
Yeah, I mean, you're doing all those cool moves like you do in action movies.
Can you make the mod for Hotline Miami to go in and give me Arnold voices?
No, I'm really bad at mimic people.
Well, I'll do the voice.
You just want the graphics?
Well, yeah. You know what, now that you mention it, yeah. Yeah, I do. I want you to change everything, Dennis.
I'm not doing top-down anymore. I'm done with that.
Spoiler alert. God.
Yeah, you get that one. It's not top-down. The next game is not top-down.
It's not surprising. Is the next game called Mother Russia Bleeds?
No.
God damn it. Sorry.
I actually got a few mails from people that think that I'm making that game, or Denaton is making that game.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where they got that from. I mean...
Well, people follow you on Twitter. People probably see you.
Yeah, but I never told anyone that I made the game. I just, like, this is a cool game.
At first, I thought it was actually Hotline Miami 3 when you first tweeted out a picture of it. Like, I saw that you tweeted it out, and I was like, That motherfucker lied to me. I've never expected Dennis to be a liar, but he's fucking making Hotline Miami 3. What a dick. And then it's like, Mother Russia Bleeds, okay. And then they confirmed, like, Mother Russia Bleeds isn't even done, but they confirmed that Mother Mexico Bleeds is next. So
yeah, I heard. It's like a Luchador special edition, $50.
$50?
I told him I will pay $50.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
I'm a pass.
Yeah, I'm passing that.
I see how it is. I buy your special edition, and this is okay. I get it. I see how this goes. That was a really fucking funny moment in Boston. Nigel's like, dude, I know how much you love Hotline Miami, and I was like, yeah. He's like, I got something to give you, and he tries to give me a Hotline Miami 2 special edition. And I was like, I've already ordered it. You think I'm not paying for this? You're fucking crazy. He's like, you're fucking dedicated. I'm willing to give you this right now. And I was like, it'll be home waiting for me when I get there. And he's just like, well, I can't believe you. I take back that blowjob offer. And I was like, oh, all right. And that was the moment that Nigel and I realized we were no longer in love. It was a tragic day.
Stuff like that happened.
All right, so I should probably ask you the question. Everybody wants to know. When's the level editor coming? Can you explain what's going on with the level editor?
Yeah, it was more work than we first kind of thought it would be, which is always like the case with every game or everything that you try to create. And then people started to unlock the level editor in the game by cracking it. So people started using it, and we got a lot of feedback from that, from like stuff they wanted to see. So we decided to add a bunch of stuff, which took a lot longer to like finish it. And then we need to test it, and it needs to be ported to the right engine. So yeah, I mean, we're working every day as fast as we can.
Now,
that's all.
Is it bad that I don't care about the level editor?
No, I mean it's not for everyone.
Yeah,
I'm not really a guy who likes to create levels in other games myself, but I think it's. I mean, there's a lot of people who like it.
It just seems like a thing about like being a purist to me. Like how fucking much I care about the Hotline Miami story is like I couldn't care any less about playing different levels. Like, yeah, I'm going to because I mean. You know, it's Hotline Miami, so of course I'm going to play them. But at the same time, it's like it doesn't make any difference to me if that game exists or not, or if that mode exists or not. Because I'm sorry, I just burped. Because I have no interest in playing something that's not the story to it. I do want more story. Don't get me wrong. I want more Hotline Miami more than anything, but at the same time, that's also because I haven't figured out how to exactly close the chapter on Hotline Miami 2. I haven't completely gotten my head around the story of it. Which, the fact that you gave us that much more story in Hotline Miami 2, and I'm still brain fucked about it, is a great feeling. I love that I don't know what the fuck's happening still. I just, I do want more. Like, could we ever see Hotline Miami be licensed out for books, for movies, for anything like that?
I can never know how to get in this room.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you need to pick up the keys from the boss, the guy, the SWAT boss, the SWAT guy that you killed before with the 2 guns.
Oh, that's right. Where did he go?
So keep
there he is.
I think you killed him up in the left corner. No, not that guy. The blue guy.
I killed him in the corner.
Go to the left. Or is... Yeah, that guy. You have like a small arrow.
I'm entertained by the fact that you're actually being watched by Dennis right now.
Yeah, well, I apologize then.
That entertains the shit out of me.
Until I get the guy with the deadly punches, I'm gonna be bad at this game.
Also, yeah, we have been talking with people about making a movie. Some people have pitched us ideas. Some people are working on scripts. Not sure where it's gonna go or it's gonna happen, but we're interested.
Some of us definitely were, and then Hotline Miami 2 killed certain things for us.
Yeah, but you can still do other stuff around the universe.
Yeah, I mean, a writing partner of mine and I, you know, you kind of gave us the go-ahead. You were like, no, fucking try it out and then let me know. And it was like, yeah, okay, so I got this idea. I gotta let you know, Dennis. I gotta let you know about this. So I told you about it, and you were like, yeah, that's not possible. You can't do that because this happens. And I was like, oh, shit. Literally changed everything, and it was like, God, we had it perfect. We had like the perfect reveal and all this other kind of shit, and like so many things were left a mystery. And it was, we felt really good about ourselves. And then like talking to you in Boston, you were like, dude, you don't want to spoil, do you? And I was like, well, you're kind of going to have to. And you were just like, this happens, and I was like, fuck. My life is over. I'm not writing that Hotline Miami movie.
Well, we'll see.
I want it to happen. I'm glad you guys are looking into it. Would that be something Devolver would put out, though? They do
I have no idea. I mean, we still haven't been pitched an idea that we want to do. Like, a lot of people want to tell the video game, but in a movie. You know, like, just copy the story and just make it into a movie. We want to see something else. We want to like someone like new characters or a different like angle to it or stuff like that.
Basically, what you're saying is you're saying be original and don't rip off your shit.
Well, people already saw the. People already know what happens to Jacket and everyone else, so there's no point of doing it again. In a way,
I'm totally with you. I think that it's really bothersome to, you know, stay. You can stay in the same universe. Please stay in the same universe. Obviously, that's why it has that name on it. But don't try to retell the story in the movie because it just looks bad. Unless you're going to give it a first-person shooter sequence like in Doom, because then you're doing it right, obviously.
I'm getting called out in chat.
Aren't they making a movie that is like first-person the whole movie?
Yeah, like there was a Kickstarter for some movie like that. God, I can't remember the name of it, but it seemed kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd handle that, but I think that would be something that would be kind of cool. But I mean, at the same time, we have Hotline Miami already. Give me something different in the universe. Like the idea we had was in the universe.
Leave to the left.
What do you mean leave to the left? Oh, real quick, can I clarify real quick? The indie luchador is not playing the game right now. It's me. I'm Jug Out. I'm bad.
Left.
Yeah, I'm just doing the interview here.
Yay!
I'm not the one actually playing. I have beaten the living piss out of that game.
I've never played the second
9 times now. And this is his first time running through the second one. There's a lot more gunplay in the second one, which I didn't want to tell him because it's more fun for him to learn on his own.
Yep.
But
I cannot remember what to do.
That's another thing. A lot of people didn't seem to handle the fact that there was more gunplay this time. They didn't like it.
Yeah, they didn't like the bigger screens.
So
which kind of like because in the first one you had one room at a time that you needed to like have control over, or one or two that you needed to like know where everyone was. With like the bigger levels, especially like the jungle levels, you need to know pretty much the whole level. Like if this guy down at the right is here, then the guy up at the left corner is here, which we really liked when we created it, but a lot of people seem to not enjoy it, which is sad. But, you know, you can't please everyone.
Originally, you had planned for Hotline Miami 2 to be DLC for Hotline Miami.
Well, that was very short, for a very short time. It's like maybe a couple weeks, then we decided it's gonna be a sequel. So,
how much would gunplay have played into it at that point in time instead?
Oh, we didn't. It was pretty much some like story elements that we wanted to do, and we felt like this could be a DLC. Then we started talking more. So before we even started working on the game at all, when we just created the story and the characters, we decided it's gonna be a sequel. We had like one piece of paper that had everything that we wanted to do for the second game that we created, kind of early after the first one, and pretty much everything on that paper is in the game, which is cool.
Will we ever see 50 Blessings return?
It depends on what kind of levels you do in the editor.
So only in the editor will we ever see 50 Blessings return.
Well, we're not doing anything more with Hotline Miami, so...
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of developers out there that, though it's not the same franchise, will keep things in the same world.
Oh! Well, then I don't know. Maybe.
Dennis, have I mentioned that you look beautiful today and you're fucking wonderful? Because, I mean, I'm not that I'm kissing your ass because I want to see 50 Blessings come back in some sort of way.
I just thought I had the video chat on. Like, have you seen me? Right now?
Well, not right now. I've seen you multiple times. I just...
I'm blonde again, by the way. So.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yep. So I'm back to the original janitor.
The original janitor. God damn it. That is a lovely way to think about it. I'm shocked by the fact that you've gone back to the blonde. I thought you were going to stay at the natural brown.
No.
The brown's you, dude.
My girlfriend convinced me.
I'm so glad you found a new girlfriend, by the way. Well, I don't know how new it is, but...
No, it's like 3 years.
yeah, I mean, new to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad about it, because, like, it sounds like you went through fucking hell, and it sounds like this one's pretty goddamn amazing, so I do want to congratulate you on that.
Thanks.
It must be nice to have somebody good to share your life with.
It is.
Yep. Cheers.
Rub it in, guys. Rub it in.
That's what we do.
Alright, I'm trying to think of other things I'd like to ask you, but I can't really think of anything that I don't know already, that people can't go back and listen to previous interviews we've done. So maybe I should start taking some questions from other people. Like, pick please. They want pictures of you with your blonde hair, apparently. I don't know.
I don't have anyone right now. I'm probably gonna update my Facebook or something, because I hear that's what you have to do nowadays.
I don't know. I have a Facebook that I don't even use. About Jacket getting a new girl. No.
Oh, Jacket is fucked.
Yeah, I think Jacket might have trouble doing things. I don't know. Jacket seems to be kind of dead.
Yeah.
I mean, what is dead though?
Well, you
what
know,
happened to
when
me?
you no longer live. Turns out that that's when death happens.
The sad thing is I figured out this first floor.
No, that's not a sad thing. That's just a good thing. So if anybody has questions, please go ahead and put them out there right now. Can you sell me Hotline Miami 2 in 10 words or less, Dennis?
Yeah, watch the screen.
No, don't watch the screen. Don't watch the screen. Trust me. That is not how you sell somebody.
I can sell you on Hotline Miami 2 in 10 words or less.
Go.
Play Hotline Miami 1.
I think I broke your game. Enjoy.
Oh! That's a good one.
Wait, you broke it?
Yeah,
Really?
I broke his game.
You did?
Oh, yes.
How?
Final enemy cannot be killed.
Oh! Can you throw something at him?
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I can. By the way, that's the second, wow. That's the second game that, on stream that's happened to. Wow, you're a jerk.
Alright, Dennis, any inspiration for the 50B logo or no?
Yeah, there is. It's actually in the art book, but I can tell you, it's it's based on the American flag, stripes.
Okay.
So I did different versions of it, like a pyramid with stripes and a square and a circle, and the circle kind of looked cool. It looked like a. I wanted to go for the the 12 monkeys logo, in a sense, but not as
stupid.
detailed. I don't know if people have seen the 12 monkeys, the movie. They should.
12 monkeys.
It's like
wonderful.
yeah. So I wanted something kind of like in that sense, and then since they were like pro-Americans, I wanted something to go with the American flag. That's why it's also red, so the red stripes.
Why is there a Houston mask in Hotline Miami 2's files?
Yeah, I made that when I visited Overkill. I spent a day in their office, and I drew that one. And then Jonathan used it as a placeholder for some character. I don't know which one it was, because I didn't have graphics for it, so he animated it. That's why he animated it.
Oh my god!
Sorry
I hate
to
your
spoil
game.
it. People have all these like weird theories about that map, but yeah.
I guess a question that I thought was an easy one to answer. Why do all the mobsters wear the same uniform?
We wanted to have. I mean, we wanted the player to think like, isn't it weird that everyone has the same clothes? Is it maybe just in Jacket's head that everyone looks like a mobster? Maybe he does that to make it easier to kill them. Maybe. And also, we wanted it to be very abstract, so making everyone look the same was kind of.
Okay, this one's entertaining to me. I mean, there's plenty of videos of you out there speaking in Swedish, and on top of that, if you're not watching live fucking Werewolf Afso performances, you're fucking crazy. But will you say something in Swedish, please?
What should I say?
Hotline Miami 2 needs more luchadors.
I don't think that's true.
Hotline Miami 2... Hotline Miami 2 behöver mer luchador-masker.
There you go. That's about as good as it's gonna get on that. Dennis, how do you make your sprites? Wait, I know how.
I use Game Maker, the in-game animator in Game Maker 7 to create everything. But for the new game that we're gonna do, I switched up, so I'm also using graphic scale for the more like bigger sprites.
How can you explain Pardo's thick skin? I don't understand this. Like, everybody wants to know about Pardo.
Yeah, I just saw that there was some like a Pardo group going crazy on Steam and being banned. So they seem to have started some kind of Pardo cult. Probably a lot of those people on the chat, I guess.
Okay. I just don't understand his thick skin. I don't know what... God damn it. Sorry.
I mean, Jonathan's really good at... Like, Jonathan writes all the dialogue, and it seems like he's really good at writing stuff that sticks with people. Like, do you like hurting people and... Yeah, all the Pardo memes.
I want him to write a book. I really do. God, he fucking just captivates. It's amazing. Just his way of telling a story is just phenomenal. Yeah. I want him to write a book. Ask him to write a book for me. Not for me, but like I'm saying, ask him for me.
I can do that.
God, where was the other one? There was a really good one. Oh, are the comic books canon or not? Are they canonical?
It's up to you to decide.
I hate you and love you for that answer. I really do. I mean, I feel like they kind of are, but you know.
Yeah, they're mostly canon. There's one date that is wrong, which was a typo. I think it's with Beard, the soldier, that the war in the comic ends earlier than in the game. I think it's something like that, which was a typo. that is just a mistake.
Ah, I didn't even notice this actually.
Mm.
Where was the other? There was another good question. Oh, this is good. Okay. Ask him if there's a god mode cheat, because Joka needs it.
Ouch! Fucking got him. Oh, who said that? Who won my banning today? Fantasy, you dirty little bastard. I love you, dude.
There used to be a god mode in the game when we tested.
I need it.
Who do you think is the least evil character in the Hotline Miami universe? Holy shit, that's a great fucking question.
Me, because I can't get a kill?
The least evil.
Who?
I would say Evan, the writer.
Huh.
I think he's the least evil. Even though I think he's just have like he focuses on stupid stuff like the book before his family, which isn't good.
Oh,
but he's not like genuinely evil, and I think Richter is not that evil. The rat.
Yeah, he seems like a really good guy. That was kind of, I don't know, maybe. God, he seems like the most genuine guy out of the whole thing, and I like wanted to forgive anything, and also he has the most awesome moments in the game to me because of the way that it was all designed, like everything was laid out, the fact that, you know, his mother had trouble getting around and everything, and you guys thought ahead to actually put like a shower chair in the shower, like all these other things. That was one of the things that really caught my attention and like made me excited to see like how much attention you guys paid to detail.
Thank you.
Also, I saw something the other day. I don't know when it was, like I'd say it's been like within the last week. Somebody was complaining that they had worked on Hotline Miami and they felt like they didn't get it credit, not from you guys, from like the audience as well. How many people worked on Hotline Miami?
So it's me and Jonathan making the game. For the first game, we had a second guy helping us doing the Steam achievements for programming. And then we had Nicholas El Huebro, who made all the cover art. And then, of course, all the artists. Then Abstraction did the porting. And then Devolver did all the PR publishing. And then Kurt made most of the trailers. And we did 2 trailers. I think that is it.
So what you're telling me is Fork Parker actually did all the work?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm in. That makes more sense to me.
He's ghostwriting it.
I can imagine somehow. He's just like sniffing cocaine off of hookers with a $1,000 bill. No big deal. Was Kill Bill an inspiration for Biker? I do like that question.
Kill Bill? No, not at all.
So what was the inspiration for Biker?
So for Biker, I wanted to create this kind of hero, anti-hero 90s video game character. Like the Billy and Jimmy from Double Dragon, or Alex, or Cody from Street of Rage and Final Fight. You know, kind of sloppy dressed, but still cool guys. And then I also based him a bit on the bikers from Street of Rage 2, the enemies.
Nice!
Because I wanted to have a mask, but an animal mask. To make him, like, be this kind of, you know, punk. Like, I'm not wearing your fucking animal masks. But still, I'm gonna wear a mask. But I'm gonna choose the mask by myself.
Alright, I like that a lot, actually. I've never really thought about it that way. Of, like, the whole Streets of Rage 2 thing. Dennis, I'll answer this for you. UberExe says, Dennis, are there any scrapped mask ideas? Yes, there were. One was a luchador. He was the most badass character. When you punch something, it flies through all the walls, but it broke the game in such a way. It just ruined it. You couldn't go on anymore.
It's like this big nacho flying over the screen, bombing everything.
He had a flying dropkick move, like
his floor execution was like he dripped Tabasco in their eyes.
Drip Tabasco, and also like a turnbuckle would come out of nowhere And he would climb it and drop elbows, but every time before he did, he was like, "Ooh yeah."
Yeah.
It was always great. Here's a question coming from the indie luchador. Will you tell the Broforce guys?
Hold on.
Will you tell the Broforce guys that they need to input the Mach Bro Man?
Mach Bro Man.
That is a good question from that guy. Oh.
Yeah. But aren't they only making characters that are in movies?
He was in the movie. He was Bonesaw in Spider-Man.
What?
Yeah, he was Bonesaw. Yep.
Well, then they have to do it. I mean,
See, fucking Ruan tried to fucking blind me by throwing Broforce buttons at me, and I kept every one of them too. I have like 30 Broforce buttons that he threw at me that day. Which I kind of deserved, but at the same time, he did buy me a beer that night. So that was good. Oh god, where was it? Ah, this was a good one. Was the Watchmen comic an inspiration for the Hotline Miami universe? Because there's so many similarities.
Maybe. I mean, we both love Watchmen. I mean, it's a lot of inspiration that you don't really think about, but kind of have in the back of your head. And you think that it might be an original idea by you, but it's probably an inspiration from something. So it might be, but it's not that we thought about it.
Alright, will Tony's mask as good... God damn it, I just lost it. Alright, whatever. Where was it? Okay, sorry. Who's your favorite character of Hotline Miami 2? If you tell me Dennis, I'm gonna wreck something.
My favorite character?
Yep.
I'm gonna say the Swans. And if I had to decide one of the... Or maybe, yeah, I would say that the fans as a whole, but the Swans. I love the dialogue that Jonathan wrote for them, and I love the the design for them, the color scheme, and yeah, I love the way that the Swans worked out. Because the reason we choose Swans for them is that Swans, or at least BBC told me that Swans find a mate and then they stick together for the rest of their lives.
BBC told you. Oh, that makes me happy. At least BBC told me.
Yeah.
Alright, will Jacket have a face in the level editor?
No.
Why?
I have not made a face for him. But I mean, there's a lot of sprite, like sprite editors, so people will probably create a face for him, but I'm never gonna draw his face.
Alright, and here's one more really good question that I've been wanting to know, because now that I actually have a contract with the company and I actually make money from video games and stuff, more merch. Will there be more Hotline Miami merch, because it is necessary?
Well, we're making the Gamers Edition box, but people know about that. Ha! You got shot!
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
I told you not to go into the room, man.
I wasn't listening. I don't listen.
And then the biker has been funded.
Yes, he has. Okay.
And we have another thing with Eric that we want to do. Hopefully that's going to be a Kickstarter in the future, hopefully. But apart from that, I don't have anything.
Oh, I went to the room.
There's some cool people. I just saw a couple days ago a group called Dead Brush, who makes t-shirts, and they made one hell of a cool fans t-shirt, which I'm gonna order myself. Wow. So everyone go to Dead Brush. I don't know if it's .com or anything, or it's some store, but Google Death Brush. Dead Brush.
Is it possible to get the Jacket action figure? Because now that I actually can afford it, I want it, and I couldn't afford it previously.
I think we're gonna release... I think we made some extra there's gonna be some of it, some more. But I don't know. I mean, that's Eric's project, so I leave that to him.
There needs to be more. I will do whatever I have to get one now. Like,
yeah.
It's so... I don't know, it sucks so much that I didn't get a chance to get one. I don't know if I ever got an answer on this. Do you know when the Gamers Edition is coming out?
I'm receiving on Monday the box without any art on it, just the material, and then we're gonna clear that. So I think the plan is to start producing it in the end of August. So hopefully sending it out August or September, I think.
I'm gonna buy the.
But that's also you have to. I think it's better if you email Gamers Edition, because a lot of the merchandise. I mean, we clear everything and we're in when they sign it, but then I mean it's other people's project. So.
Okay, here's a question I know you're not going to answer, so I'm going to ask it anyways. Where'd it go? What's the next game Denaton will make? What will it be about? Will it be violent and fast? Oh god, where'd it go?
And will I be in it?
Oh, yes, there you go. That part doesn't matter.
Yeah, you will see. I mean, it's going to be totally different, both in the genre and like the setting. So it's a totally new story, new characters. But when you see it, you will know it's us. I can tell you that much.
God damn it! Ugh. I don't even want to talk about it because like weird things happen to my body and I hit puberty all over again and I don't like it. It freaks me out. I just like I'm nervous and excited at the same time. Like I can't wait to see what happens with you guys in the future. Where'd it go? Okay, just wait. Sorry, there's a couple more. I'm only going to take a couple more, and then I will let you get back to drinking a lot of booze.
Well, I just had chocolate mint booze. Yeah, it's really good.
Why do we not have that? I swear, we don't fucking have that here in America. That makes me sad.
Chocolate milk? Yes, we do.
Do we? I swear, it's just like the Swedes get all kinds of great fucking booze, though.
You haven't hit a liquor store in a while, have you?
No, I don't drink that often anymore. I think like when I was in Boston, that was the most I drank in a while, and also like drinking shit I never thought I would drink in my life. We went out with Max Temkin. I'm sure you probably have to know Max, Dennis, from Cards Against Humanity.
What? The what?
Max from Cards Against Humanity. Do you know him?
Yeah.
I was gonna say he took the team that I was with at the time. He took all of us out because Max and I hit it off, and that dude bought me so much fucking Cristal that night that I ended up getting drunk off of. I couldn't believe how much money. I could have gotten an apartment for a year for as much booze as I drank that fucking night. It was ridiculous. But God. If you ever get a chance to party with him, you should fucking party with him, Dennis. That guy is fucking tremendous. Alright, let's find 2 more good questions here. Oh, there we go. Dennis, will you be able to edit the enemy stats in the level editor?
No, nothing like that. Not at the moment, at least. So you won't be able to change speed or like create your own character stats. So yeah, everything is gonna be based on characters that already exist.
Alright, and I'm gonna ask you...
It's based on Hotline Miami 2 when it comes to AI and speed and all that, so it's... Yeah.
Alright, I will ask you 2 more, actually. Are you ever going to do anything with Life Death Island? I don't know what the hell that is, actually.
It's a game that we started making before Hotline Miami 1, which was C64 graphics, zombie simulator, random generated islands. Kind of like Dead Island, but in C64 graphics.
Ooh.
which it's a trail. There is a trailer on YouTube. If you Google or search for Life Death Island.
Okay.
But that game got really out of hand in terms of size. Like, we have wildlife that kind of reacted to each other, like bears could kill wolves, and it was like night and day cycle and all of that. But it wasn't that funny to play. Scrapped it, but we still want to do something with it because it has some cool elements, but not in like the current state. So we have to come up with something else. Probably not like random generated. Probably gonna create levels for it. We'll see.
All right, there was one more and I cannot remember it. It was will you ever release Carnage something? I can't.
Carnage.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, that's the prototype for Hotline Miami 1. I don't know. Maybe Jonathan will release it. It's not that much. It's like just one level. It has a room with all the weapons, and you can kill everyone, but you can't finish the level. But I can ask him to release it just for fun.
Is it okay to say that it still looks like it plays better than that Cavcast game?
It's okay. I haven't played the Cavcast game.
It looks horrendously bad. Oh my god.
But it's charming. It has some funny charm over it.
It hurts me. It hurts me to look at it because, like, I don't think it was a joke. I think it was serious. And
serious.
That blows my fucking mind because, holy balls, that looks fucking horrible. I don't. How can you blatantly rip off one of the greatest games of all time and do it such a disservice? Like, that's just fucked up.
Well, for me, it's kind of... I see it kind of like a homage.
You're much more positive.
Like, it felt like our game was so good that it needed to be cool. Yeah. I think it's cool.
You're just so much more positive than me, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, you create the most violent motherfucking game ever. Or I guess I should say, like, the two most violent games ever. And yes, I'm saying they're more violent than the Manhunt games. I don't know. I feel like that's...
I don't agree.
I agree.
I agree because your brain also plays out into that. It's kind of like, have you ever seen the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah.
The one Tom Savini directed it.
Yeah, I saw that.
He had a bunch of shit that got edited out. Like, they couldn't show the zombie's head getting exploded in the 90s the way it was. And he's like, the best part is what plays out in your head is more violent than what it actually looks like. So they would actually show what originally would have looked like. And yeah, it wasn't nearly as bad. Hotline Miami is really fucked up because, you know, you're top down in pixelated graphics, while in Manhunt you've got like full detail. So it doesn't play out as violently, or, well, it does, but your brain makes Hotline Miami make you cringe in a lot more ways than Manhunt did. Manhunt made me feel really fucked up as a 15-year-old kid when I was playing it, but Hotline Miami makes me feel really fucked up, but at the same time it's perfect. Like, it gives you that horrible feeling, but at the same time
you shoot two cars, can't it?
It's a commentary on video games, as is with, like, you're going around killing people and you're getting scored. It's popping up everywhere. It's like the perfect commentary at the same time.
Well, that's kind of what Manhunt does as well, with the director kind of wanting you to be gory, making the most horrible kills because he asks you to, and kind of gives you applause if you do and shit if you don't. And I love that. Is that you don't have to listen to me. It's not. I mean, it doesn't make the level harder if you don't. It's just you want to be praised by him.
I gotta ask this question because it's being spammed in my chat right now to the point where people aren't even talking anymore. Are emoticons planned for Hotline Miami 2? And did Biker have a mask for? Oh God, where'd it go? Did he have a mask originally that wasn't the biker mask?
Yeah, he got a mask, but he threw it away. And I don't even know what emoticons mean. I'm too old for that. Can anyone explain that to me?
You're not even that fucking old. What are you talking about? Emoticons, like the smiley faces that come up when you put a colon in a
Oh, I'm not doing that. If someone wants to do it, then go ahead.
Somebody get a hold of Twitch and tell them that you want emoticons. There you go.
I don't want emoticons. I'm good.
So he had an original mask, but there was no plan for what the animal was or anything.
No. He threw it away. So.
I guess one thing I do want to ask you about Hotline Miami 1.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot think of the crocodile's name right now. Is it Jones?
Yeah.
What's the deal with what happened to Jones? What happened to the guy wearing the Jones mask that was in the sewer? Because I could never figure that out. I figured he went in there to hide, but then again, who else is lurking in the sewers besides the janitors?
Yeah. Good question.
Those janitors are fucked up. Okay, I figured it out from your laugh. Thank you.
Yeah, I like Jones. I like that part because it's so not part of the main story. It's like a sidetrack, but a lot of people still kind of get, interested in just that small part.
I've been very.
Because people want to know everything. They want to know everything. Everything needs to be explained, but in the end, they don't really want it to be explained.
No, I do want that one explained. That is the one I've always wanted explained.
Why?
Because I want to know if he was wounded and he went down there.
But will it make it better? Like the mystery will be gone.
That's true, but that's like...
And then you will never think about it again. It's like, yeah, it was because of that. Okay, well, moving on.
I've been questioning it for years now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel... okay, how about this? Is there actually an answer to it?
Yeah.
What? Okay, I need to know. I need to know. if there's one mystery you can solve. That one for me.
Oh, I like this comment. Hello, Dennis. We are your biggest fans, Bloodbath Kavka's developers.
Did that really happen?
It's in the chat, but I mean, I have no idea if it's actually them. Probably not.
I'm gonna guess that it's probably not, but if that is, if it is,
thank you.
Just know that Dennis isn't saying this, and I am. Next time you choose to do an homage to a great game, can you do it better, please? Please. I love you for trying, but it's Hotline Miami. It's the best thing ever. All right, can you ruin it for me? It's the one mystery I've wanted solved. It's bothered me for years.
Oh, I'm not telling you. There's no point.
Dennis, I'm dying. I just got stabbed. A random guy just ran through my door and stabbed me. I'm probably gonna bleed out and die.
I guess we're gonna have the inmate interview here.
God damn it. All right, I will go ahead and end this interview. I will ask you that question every time I talk to you, Dennis.
Yep.
I will ask you this in person again.
Till the end of time.
Until the end of time. I will try to get you as drunk as I can off of American booze while you're in Boston. I will fucking get you drunk somehow. To the point where you tell me.
That's not a problem. Trust me.
It's going to happen. Somehow.
Yep.
I will... I will ether you. Alright, that's fucked up. Alright, I apologize, but I do want to thank you again for joining me yet again. You are by far... I want to tell you my favorite guest, but I don't want to lie to you. You're definitely second or third.
You're close to fifth.
Fuck off, that's not true.
Maybe you were thinking it.
No, he's second or third, definitely. I can't help it. Jeff Tanton, you might know Jeff. I mean, he does develop for Devolver. It works at Mediatonic.
Yeah.
Jeff he's amazing. We spent an hour one time talking about just the voice acting on the original Resident Evil. When you can pull off an hour talking about Jill's sandwiches.
Yeah, we should talk about other games.
Can we? Do you want to stick around longer? Because if you want to stick around longer, I will gladly talk about
Here.
Yeah?
Yeah. But if we stop talking about Hotline Miami and start talking about something else, I'm ready.
Okay. Fucking A, I'm totally in. What is your favorite game ever?
I'm probably gonna say Contra on Genesis. But it's called Probotector in Sweden, which is way cooler.
I know, I fuck, it's got another name in, oh god, where was it? I think France it had a different name as well. And I cannot think of what the fucking name was, but it was really fucking good.
I mean, we get robots and you have humans. I have this discussion every time with Americans, because you're so stubborn, and you try to tell me that it's so much cooler with Rambo guys than robots. It's like, no, it's not.
No, robots is always better.
Yeah. You're the first American to admit it.
Well, that's a fucking I mean, maybe it's because I grew up on Terminator.
I missed the bag.
Yeah, it's in by the safe.
Yeah.
Down to the right.
I saw it too, and I'm just like, oh, there's a bag. I want to see what the generator does.
So what's your favorite game of all time? Or you, both of you?
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Ooh,
it's a fun, fast-paced game for the whole family.
So,
you know the answer to that from me.
Yeah.
Mine is, honestly, like, I've been playing games for 26 years. Mine is actually Hotline Miami 2. It is the best game I've ever played in my life. I love everything about it. I love how I've beat it 9 times and I still haven't figured out shit. Like, I haven't scratched the surface. And, like, that's a good feeling for something to keep me coming back that many times, and not to mention the amazing fucking boss battle, because, quite frankly, in the last 10 years, we've lost the idea of what a good boss battle is. So having that was really fucking cool to me. Like, you can't get much better than that. The one thing that is missing from it is what happened to Jones, but we're not talking about that anymore.
I hate to divert for 1 second. Can I make one quick shout out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Mom in chat.
That makes me so happy.
My mom's in here. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that your mom comes into these.
What? Your mom is in the chat?
Yeah, well, she's not in the chat. She's lurking. She actually yelled at me before the interview. I had to get her to take me to the store. I have a trailer on my truck, and she goes, "I hope you're gonna change before the interview." I'm like, nobody's gonna see me.
So we're not gonna talk about you smoking and drinking and all that.
No, let's not talk about that right now.
He's in his 20s. He's older than I am, even. So he's fine.
Am I older than you, really?
Yeah, I think by a year. I think it was. But yeah, you're older. You're fine. Just because of that one time that you and I smoked crack together behind the school.
I don't want to talk about this.
It's not a big deal. I mean, the fact that you brought the crack, that's probably a bigger deal.
No, the way I got it was the bigger deal. Don't worry about you bringing it. That'd be a thing.
You know, if there's one person I could ask a question to right now, it'd be Joka's mom. Like, how do you feel about the violent video games that, like, if you're hearing, Dennis, you hear, like, what a sweet, genuine guy he is. Well, I wonder what her thoughts are on the fact that you make what I consider to be the most violent video game in history. Like, that's something I want to know.
Because I love violence in media, like, because it's interesting, because it's forbidden.
Yeah, like, god damn it, dude, I mentioned this in the last interview, and I think it's the most amazing thing ever. Like, especially for sales for Hotline Miami 2. You guys got banned in Australia, like, that was fucking awesome to me. Like, that made me happy to the point where, like, as soon as the news broke, like, within 10 minutes, I was like, dude, congratulations, you got banned in Australia.
It was so weird, because the statement that some journalists got hold of was so weird. I mean, that was even worse than the actual scene in the game.
That's true. That is absolutely true. Like I find it interesting how things get spun around and all that kind of shit. But we're not supposed to talk about Hotline Miami anymore. I'm sorry.
What games are you looking forward to this year?
Hotline Miami 3.
This year?
Yeah.
Hotline Miami 3.
Even if you made Hotline Miami 3, it wouldn't be this year.
It'd be called Bloodbath Cavs or something. God, this year, as of right now, well, fuck.
You need to leave the house.
No, that.
I was looking
There's
around.
no time for that.
Leave the house.
Galaxy. I almost said Galaxy. I'm sorry. Galaxy was the one I was looking forward to, and that came out, and holy fuck, it's brilliant.
I haven't played it. My brother played it. He loved it.
Rasmus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed like something he'd probably be into. From meeting him in Boston, he just seemed to be kind of into some super nerdy shit.
Yep.
But God, you got to get your hands on it, Dennis. It's
I want to play it. It's on my list. I'm still playing Black Flag.
oh God, that
I love it. I fucking love it.
Wow.
Yep. That's the only Assassin's Creed game that I like, and I really like it a lot.
Why? Pirates?
Yeah, it's pirates and it's cool. I mean, there's some bugs in it, but it works.
Some bugs is an understatement.
I haven't got the big ones, and like your ship just vanished. But
You just wait; those are fun.
I like it. I mean, there's some like AAA games that I like. If you take it for what it is, I mean, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean, but a game, and I love those movies. So.
I think technically, considering the team I work with, one of the guys works at Avalanche Studios as well. So I think technically I have to say Just Cause 3. But yeah, Just Cause 3 just because I'm a huge fan of it, but also, you know,
I'm gonna say Mad Max this year. Mad Max. Fuck yeah.
I've heard great things.
I've heard really bad things.
I've heard really good things.
I'm not gonna be able to be objective with that game. It doesn't matter how much it sucks, I will love it. Because I fucking love Mad Max.
By the way, I think that really is the Cavcast guys because they're posting codes.
Yeah, I want a code? Hold the hell up.
Awesome!
That's hilarious. So I guess it really is them. Which is fucking hilarious to me. And I really meant what I said. I'm interested to see what else you guys can do. I truly am. But then again, I'm interested in what anybody else can do.
Oh, it's already too late. That sucks.
Your feelings on Fallout 4 is that's one thing I'd like to know, Dennis.
What?
Fallout 4, are you looking forward to it?
I haven't played the third one. I played the first two and loved them. I think the third one was a bit unfocused in a way, and I wish for the fourth one to be as like detailed as the trailer. Instead of making it like super big, I'd rather see them make every house look like someone actually lived there. Like, you know, clutter it with details.
Okay.
Because for me, every time, like Fallout has always been like adventure, like looking at stuff, and not like the combat. So I hope that they really go like deep with the details for the environment instead of like making it super big and just action, which they're probably gonna do. So.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the fucking chat right now.
Oh my god.
And I quote, "Give editor beta, please. God, I will suck your cock right here, right now."
And his name is Ash Davis. He's a proper fan. He's a proper fan.
Yes.
Fucking A. I know, I noticed that forever ago. That was the person that was spamming in my fucking chat.
Look, if anybody needs to get the beta, I think it is Ash.
No, I think that Ash needs to follow through and suck his dick.
Good luck.
Yeah, as Dennis's girlfriend stands over the top of you with a fucking knife. Oh God. Okay. You're going to go on you're going to be touring again, right?
We haven't any shows booked. We're working on it.
Well, I want you to come to America.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I
may
want
have to restart
also,
something.
but it's a hassle to play in America.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you are considered to be on a smaller level as like a touring band. But you guys just need to hook up with some other bands that are actually like really cool and actually bring other bands out with them. Like, I would fucking kill to see you on tour with Let Live. I think that would be the perfect tour mate. Or if the Chariot was around anymore, I think they would be a perfect band mate for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to like, talk to bands, but it's also a problem, you know, going over the border. You have to have a lot of paperwork to make it legit to be allowed inside. Like, unless you wanna, you know, be sketchy and just say that you're on vacation. But if they figure it out, which has happened to friends of mine, you're like banned for a couple years. I don't want to do that.
One of my most dedicated viewers, she wants to know if you would ever have sex with a whale.
No.
Hard-hitting questions, really.
I really didn't even want to ask you that, Dennis. I feel awkward about it, and I apologize to you.
How much is involved? Because I probably would.
I don't think there was any money involved.
Well, to be fair, though, if you saw my ex-girlfriend, technically I have.
All right, good point.
Oh, snap!
So what's your favorite movie?
Oh, I don't know. It's a couple of them.
I feel like you've gotten me into so many things.
Bellflower for sure. Drive.
Drive's so cool.
I love RoboCop 1. In the Mouth of Madness is probably the best horror movie ever.
In the Mouth of Madness, is that
Carpenter, very Cthulhu with what's it called? Sam Neill.
I feel like I know this movie, but I feel like it might have had a different name also, but I don't know. No, that's a different one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of, there was a movie, it was called, like, Cemetery Gates or something, and then it had another name or something. It had name changed, where the girl pukes out her intestines. For some reason, I thought that was it.
Real quick, I don't think these are the actual people. Every code has been duplicated immediately.
Well, that could be a thing. I don't know. I don't care either way. If it is them, you know...
Yeah.
Well, In the Mouth of Madness is about this author who writes books that drives people crazy because they're so scary, and people are going nuts. Since like riots in the streets, people trying to get his books, and they like sold out, and people start killing each other over the books. And he's writing his last book, and then he vanishes in thin air, just disappears. And Sam Neill is a guy who. What do you call it? When he's like exposes frauds, you know?
Okay.
So they hire him to find this author.
Dennis, can you say color?
Yeah. What?
Dennis, can you say the word color? I'm assuming is what that is.
Color?
There we go.
That
was the thing.
That's from Sophia, who asked because I have a friend who says Keller, and he's from the United States, but he can't say color.
Color.
Yeah, I don't. I'm being asked to have you say different words, and I don't know why.
Probably because I have a really weird accent.
I guess, but your accent's not even that. You have like the least thick Swedish accent I've ever heard.
Oh, I have to say Fight Club, of course. Favorite movie. Fight Club
is great. Have you like documentaries? I have to imagine. I mean, you got me to watch Cocaine Cowboys. That was fucking phenomenal. The second one I hated, by the way.
Yeah.
The second one was just boring as shit. Have you seen Room 237, the documentary about The Shining?
Nope.
Go fucking watch it. Have your mind blown. It's fucking crazy.
Room 237.
Yes, it is all
Right?
about how. Yeah, Room 237. It's about how Stanley Kubrick like planned every little detail, and it's just fucking nuts. And like, somehow they get into this whole thing about like how Stanley Kubrick actually faked the moon landing for the U.S. government, and Stanley Kubrick actually like gives it away in The Shining that he hated that he had to do it and all this other kind of shit. It's fucking amazing. But it'll drop your fucking mind into like this whole place where you were like, oh man, I didn't believe in conspiracy theories, but they make a good
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, you have to watch this. If there's one movie I can recommend to you more than anything else, that's the one. I watched it probably about 8-9 months ago, and it's still in my head.
Is this knife broken?
Also,
No.
apparently, I should tell you...
You can switch between the weapon and the knife.
Yeah, I can't
You
kill
it
anybody with the knife though.
Yeah, but the fat guy, you need to shoot him. So
Oh,
you have
now
to
I know.
switch to your gun with right click. No, right click
Oh, I got
and
it.
get the gun.
Yeah, I got it. Ooh. I was over here slashing away trying to figure out what the... Oh. Oh, that worked.
Right click, you switch between the gun and the knife.
Is it okay to ask you about The Room? What are your thoughts on The Room?
The Room? Which one is that? Is it the movie?
Yeah, I did not hit her. I did not hit her. I did not. This is bullshit. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Kevin. It's, oh, hi, Mark. You're my best friend.
Well, I haven't seen that. Wait, I'm gonna Google it.
You need to, that's another one. That is a brilliant failed
Oh, yes! Yes, Jonathan showed me the trailer. It's hilarious.
You need to watch it.
I watched the funniest bits from it. I think that's enough.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's funny that people think that the son and the last boss from the first game is based on him.
They do look a lot alike. I'm sorry, I'm sick. I'm trying to get over it. They do look a lot alike. I actually thought that.
Well, do you see the reference? Do you see the reference from Hotline for the final boss?
No.
You don't?
Wait.
So green suit, sitting in a chair. Have
Oh shit! Oh my god! I never picked up on that. Oh my fucking god, dude.
And it has a henchman going first.
Oh god, that's fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis, I fucking love you. That's oh, that's awesome. That makes me so fucking happy. I could almost fucking man cry right now.
Mr. X.
That's so fucking wonderful. And now,
He is one of the most badasses final bosses in any game. So when we did the final boss, it was like, he has to look like this guy. I love when he's like shooting and laughing at you.
oh god, I'm okay. So I'm going to be streaming Hotline Miami 2 later on. I am going to fucking giggle hysterically as soon as I get to that part. God, there was something else I wanted to bring up to you. Another video game or movie, and I cannot remember what the fuck it was. Oh, there's a question I've always wanted to ask you. I think I did ask you this once, and I think that we got cut off somehow. If you were ever approached, you and Jonathan, just you two, and you guys could build your team how you wanted to, would you make Manhunt 3, or would you reboot Manhunt?
Jonathan has never played Manhunt, so I'm probably gonna have to show him first. I probably would say no, because I mean, if you look at Manhunt 2, that game is horrible. So you would probably have to make Manhunt 1 again, but with like a different setting. But it's gonna be the same game, and I'm not sure I want to make that game again.
Because are you saying because you basically did that already in a way?
No, because it's already out there. I mean, people can play Manhunt 1, and I think it still holds up. I played it a couple of weeks ago, and I still think it works. I mean, it's one of the best AIs for a sneak game ever made. Like fuck Metal Gear.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with you. I'm totally right there with you on that one, actually. I talked about this the other day on a stream. I don't know how I got so into streaming since the last time you and I talked, but god damn it, I got into streaming pretty hard. But I started talking about that a little bit the other day because I've been playing this other game. I don't know if you would like it. It's a bit of a stealth game, but like you're going through robbing computers and everything. It's called The Swindle.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
It's pretty fucking cool. Like there's some broken shit about it, but it's pretty fucking cool. It's made by Curve published it, which was really nice because Curve seems like a pretty good studio. But that game is pretty cool when it comes to stealth mechanics, and that's why I got on to talking about Manhunt stealth mechanics, because I think that when it comes to stealth, that might be like the stealth game.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up how great that game is. Like we were. Oh yeah, okay. So we got to talking about it after I played The Swindle, and then we were playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and I said, man, that'd be really fucking nice if somebody would recreate Manhunt in here, and you could actually go through stealthily, which you kind of could if it weren't for the fact that you have a radar. But,
yeah.
I would like to see Manhunt make a comeback in a big way, but I don't know if it could because, you know, graphics have come so far, and, you know, Manhunt, or Hotline Miami gets banned in Australia. Manhunt's going to have a bigger recognition to it, even, because, you know, it's Rockstar. They're going to ban it in America, too.
It's probably just going to be a reboot, like better graphics. But you can't really make it better than the first game in terms of, like, story, setting, levels, enemy types. I mean, they did it kind of perfect in the first one. So it's just going to be like a HD remake. I don't see the point of that, really.
I gotta read something to you, I'm sorry. Sometimes things just come through and I have to read them. Dennis, I will snuggle in bed with you on a stormy night if you give me a beta build. I will be your I will be your personal sex slave and your teddy bear. I will rub your glorious beard on a morning. All I ask is for a beta build of the level editor. Please, Dennis, I love you.
I think that person wants a beta build.
Yeah. There is no beta builds, so I'm sorry, DJ Davies 87Y.
Also, Marswood, who I have to have respect for because he streams with a guy who streams out our game. So I feel like I have to ask you what your favorite dank meme is.
What's dank?
I don't know what a fucking dank. I'm too old.
I'm too old. Yeah.
Is.
Yeah. I feel like it's just a bunch of kids for not knowing the new technology.
Nevik Link, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Payday 2 DLC is not canon. I mean, technically you could make it canon because it's all up to your interpretation. Look at me, I'm Dennis Wedin. It's all up to your personal interpretation of what Hotline Miami is, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you no.
Well, it's up to you.
No, it's not. It's not. It makes no sense. That would be pointless.
So you mean that it doesn't work in canon?
No, a biker and or a jacket never seemed to be like, yo, I gotta get this money. It was more like, hey, I'm kind of being controlled and I have to go out and kill people. Like, Payday's about money.
Can it be canon? Can it be someone else, for example?
What do you mean?
Well, it's up to you.
Okay, fine. I will accept that. What's the band that you can't get enough of right now?
I kind of hate music right now, which is sad.
That's real fucking sad. Have you checked out Let Live? I told you to check out Let Live, and you told me you were going to.
Yeah, I have. I like it, but I have a down. I mean, I'm not really interested in music right now, which is sad. So I'm not really listening to anything. I'm listening to the Gunslinger soundtrack a lot. The video game.
Yeah, I know it. I
like that.
Oh wait, Andy Luchor now has the final word in what is Hotline Miami 2 canon. Yes, I do. I feel like I do somehow. In this moment in time, I'm calling it, even though that's not Hotline Miami 2 canon. That was Hotline Miami 1 canon. So I feel like I got this. Why did your love of music die down? Is it just because you've been busting your balls so hard?
It's just right now. We will come back. It goes ups and down. When you know you don't, when you have problem finding a new band, and you listen to the same bands, and all of a sudden it's like fuck music.
Wow.
One of those good bands will come along, and it's like you're back on track.
See, that was kind of how I was getting until I found Let Live, and I was like, oh, like the Chariot was going away. They said they were going to be around for 10 years, and the Chariot was like, that was my band, you know.
Yeah.
I fucking love the Chariot. I think that, you know, they're one of a kind. There will never be anything else ever like that. And the closest thing there is really is Let Live in a lot of ways, but it's not the same chaos that you got.
No.
So like, I need something like that every now and then. Like I like music. I love music, but you know, I kind of get to that point where I'm tired of it as well, because I was in so many failed bands, and you know, you have to rely on teammates in your band to be like, yo, let's make it somewhere, and then when you're the only person pushing for it, you kind of get burnt out on that whole thing. Like, you seem to have something really good with fucking Werewolf, and you know, fucking Werewolf is something that, like, I'm totally fucking in love with, and have been in love with since Boston, really. I got really into it there. Like, here, let me just push the front of my phone right now for you, and show you how bad this addiction is. I'm addicted to fucking Werewolf. It doesn't stop. I think that you're a vocalist that, like, I've never heard, and the closest thing I've ever heard was something that definitely died off and turned into a weird pop band.
Which one?
Billy Talent. That's the closest thing I've heard.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of people say I sound like that girl from oh, what's the name? Milk Banana.
Yeah, that's what one of the other guys that was with us at the team that I used to be with when I was in Boston, they said the same thing. They were like, "Is that Melt Banana?" And I was like, "No, it's fucking Werewolf." And he's like, "Holy shit, I swear that's Melt Banana. Isn't that a Melt Banana song?" And I was like, "I think that is a Melt Banana song, but I'm not positive."
I love Melt Banana.
Yeah, well, then I realized that you did cover a Melt Banana song, and I was just like, oh, that makes sense. I don't know, I'm glad that, like, you still have your love for movies, you still have your love for video games. I wish you still had your love for music, though.
It would come back.
I hope, because I'd like to swap some bands back and forth. Like, you seem to be more onto the punky side of things, and I'm definitely more onto the metal side of things, but you can mix those two together in a really fucking cohesive way.
Yes, that's true.
I love when that happens. Like, you guys have a mixture of that sometimes, and it shocks me, because, like, you look at American punks, and American punks are very much not into metal at all, and you guys have some metal influence, I swear.
Well, there's one song that's called the metal song. Like one of the last songs on the album.
On which album?
On the new one. Why Do You Love Me, Say Them. I think it's number 8.
Oh god, but you guys have them split up between sides, so let me click on this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The one called If She Asks.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I guess I can understand where that's coming
but
from.
It's like the metal riff on the guitar in the verse.
Especially with the way that it starts out with, like, your scream and shit. God, I fucking... Your fucking band, dude. You need to come to America. I'm going to figure out a way to get rich, okay? I'm going to start giving hand jobs behind a pool hall or something.
Start
more often, how about that? start more often giving hand jobs to raise money for you to come to America, because I want nothing more. I want you guys to get picked up by something and have you guys come to America, because the fact that I was so fucking broke when I was in Boston,
you gotta be kidding me,
guys, it would have been nice to go with them to see you, because
oh yeah, that was a great show.
Yep, rub it in more.
Yep. All right.
I don't know, but I think it's about time to let you go. I'm obviously going to have you on again.
Yeah.
Probably not shocking. You're the person I brought back more than anybody else besides Robot Loves Kitty, probably.
I'm flattered.
I'm going to have Robot Loves Kitty back, so I think that you guys are actually tied right now. But they'll be one up on you again.
Yeah.
But I love having Robot Loves Kitty. They're fucking amazing. I tell people to go over there and watch them all the time. In fact, I'm going to post a link right now, and everybody that's in the chat, since I actually have a pretty good amount right now, go follow Robot Loves Kitty. They are an amazing, amazing husband and wife team that everybody should definitely go check out.
Do it.
They make great games, and they're working on something completely brand new that nobody's ever tried before, called Upsilon Circuit. And the idea is fucking crazy and brilliant and dumb and amazing. It's perfect. So everybody should go over there and check that out. Also, if you guys are interested in more interviews, I do an interview every single fucking week live here on Twitch. If you want to follow, go ahead and follow. If you don't. I'm not going to ask you to follow. Do your fucking thing. You're going to do what you want to do. Go check out Dennis on Twitter. He's at dpunktw. Dude posts all kinds of interesting shit. You'll even get to figure out about some video games you didn't know existed sometimes. Like, let's say Mother Russia Bleeds. If it weren't for Dennis, I would have never known about Mother Russia Bleeds. Well, until E3, I guess. Also, God, you guys still haven't updated Denaton's site, have you?
We have some on the blog for the level editor. Some screenshots and stuff. But it's slow. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. I'm fine with whatever. But then again, I have like a direct way of talking to you, so I'm kind of happy about that. Any other plugs you'd like to throw out there?
What?
Any other plugs for anything you'd like to put out there?
No, it's good.
Go to Devolver.com.
Yes.
There's one. Devolver is the greatest video game publishing place of all time. They're amazing.
Got some really cool games coming up.
Give your money to Fork Parker.
No. Not that guy. The rest of them.
Oh God, fwamusic.bandcamp.com I think is the link, right?
Oh yeah, pre-order the vinyl. It's out on the 8th of September.
There you go. Go get that. Go buy anything Hotline Miami. Do whatever you can. Support Dennis, because this guy deserves all of your monies. This guy gets my monies. I fucking love this guy to death. He's amazing. I can't thank you enough for stopping by once again.
Thanks for having me.
You're seriously probably the nicest motherfucker I will ever meet in my life. And that's more than appreciated, to be able to sit down, have a real conversation with somebody that you respect so much, and somebody that created your favorite video game of all time is a very special thing. And I appreciate it more than I could ever put into words. So thank you, sir. I really.
Right back at you.
Yeah, but I haven't made anything good. I work with a really good...
I love talking to you. It's always a blast.
Thank you. I work with a team that makes really good games. I guess I should say go to deathskidmarks.com.
Yep.
Where
it's great.
It's great. I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah. I played it.
I know you did. You gave me some good feedback, and I took it back to the team, actually. We're working on something new. We can't talk about it yet, but then again, you know. To Poopmaster 3000 that says Devolver published Hatoful Boyfriend. Yes, and one of the lead guys behind Hatoful Boyfriend will be on this upcoming Monday.
And I get the pleasure to play the game.
Yes, you do. So we will have Jeff Tanton on here, and Jeff Tanton Everybody will
He's
figure out.
married now, right?
Huh? What'd you say, Dennis?
He's married now, right?
I
We had his
believe-
bachelor party at E3.
I believe he just got married. Yeah, I'm pretty positive.
We got him pretty drunk on the karaoke bus.
Yes. So if you're interested in Jeff Tanton, he will be on Monday. He is fucking amazing. I love him. You will figure out why he's my favorite guest of all time. Plan on a very, 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 very long interview with that man, because
Promise you say hi from me.
I promise I will say hi for you. He is wonderful, and we will get into some really dumb shit, I'm sure.
Shit.
So, I guess we end this here. I don't want to say goodbye. I really don't.
Well, thanks to everyone watching.
Goodbye,
And me.
everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody.